It wasn't until I had the opportunity to do research my freshman year that I knew biochemistry. Experience early on gave me the clarity that I needed.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to EGFC Season 2. My name is George GNC Overton, joined by Stan Greyheart Barker, looking fantastic as always, and we are ready for some more EGFC action. Today we've got Niagara versus St John's University. What a fantastic week we had last week as well. We had some great games, some great results, a couple of landslides, but we'll let that one go, because we've got some more games today and it's going to be good. We've got Niagara University versus St John's, we've got Manhattan versus Xavier, and we've got Marquette versus William and Mary's University. So, without further ado, let's get into the game, because I'm pretty sure they are ready. They should have started about a minute ago. There we go. They are now getting into the game, so we are ready to go. But I'm looking forward to this one today. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, we've got 3 games today, as opposed to last week's 2 games due to the forfeit. I'm pretty sure they're playing that game at a later date. But yeah, we've got 3 games today, so it should be fairly exciting.
Yeah, it was one of those last week where we had to deal with 2 matches rather than 3 due to, I think it was a bit of a snow day at one of the universities, but now we're going to get our full quota, going to be able to enjoy them. Hopefully see some tightly contested games. As I say, a bit of a blowout in one of them, not entirely dissimilar to last night's Super Bowl. We'll see if the games are a bit closer here as we get straight into the action, and it is, as you say, going to be a Niagara University up against St. John's.
It is indeed, and here we go. We should be ready and rearing to go. It's going to be Liverpool versus France this time. I'm surprised that we're not seeing a France versus France. Obviously saw that quite a lot last time, but this time we are going to see a Liverpool thrown into the mix. You know, they've got Virgil van Dijk, they've got Joe Gomez, they've got some decent players in there, so it's nice to see.
Very true, and it's your favourite team as well. We won't talk too much about how the result went for you in a game you're denying actually existed on the weekend. Meanwhile, this is a game that very much exists, even if it's not necessarily within the depths of reality. And we are going to see the early corner forced. Oh no, that's a goal kick right there for you.
That is indeed a goal kick.
I'm not a referee anymore.
I would rather we... Oh, the ball is given away though. Diogo Jota can get there. Now it's going to be Mohamed Salah. Gives it to Berto Firmino. Can't quite get the shot away. Salah can though, and Lloris will be forced to make an early save, and it will go out for the corner.
Yeah, straight away. Liverpool benefiting from the sort of defensive error that they themselves were making on the weekend in real life. Now we're going to see them coming forward again, trying to get that cross into the box. Headed away by PSG. Still, however, Liverpool dominating possession around the opposition area. Ball played through. It's not been given offside. The clearance does come in. This is the opportunity now for the break.
They can look to break now. They have had to slow it down. It was good from Fabinho to cut down the channel, but they're still going to be able to break away anyway with Paul Pogba and Mbappe. Obviously, Mbappe, one of those players, you give the ball to him and he can make magic happen. Can he do it here? He's on the right foot. No, he's on the left foot. Could have taken the shot, chose not to. And Liverpool can potentially get it away now. Niagara University.
End-to-end stuff coming out of these 2 teams. So often we see for a France or a PSG, one of the teams with Mbappe in purely for the reason that he can do just what he did there, but sometimes you expect a bit of a better finish at the end of it. Now it's just being played forward, has been cut out by that brilliant Liverpool defence.
Exactly, and this is once again a clash of the Titans, Niagara and St John on this meeting, and it should be a very good game. First versus third. Salah whips it into the box. Firmino can get there, but Doesn't really have enough to send it on target. Played into the middle one, Mane. Really well played from Lloris to get down, and the ball will reach both of his hands.
Classic Liverpool style of football there, breaking down both of the wings, trying to make the play into the box. Wasn't quite able to pull off the goal this time. We're 15 minutes into the match, and already it is end-to-end stuff.
I think the thing about Liverpool at the moment in real life is they're making the chances. There's no doubt about that. We are very creative, but the finish is just not there. We need somebody. We need that no-nonsense finish. And I think that's the reason why I'd love to see us bring in maybe a taller, stronger, you know, more traditional striker back into the team. Somebody like your, you know, that Tottenham have with the Harry Kane. You know what he's going to do. He's always going to have that finish right at the end that he will always have.
It's easy to say of Captain Hindsight, but certainly missing the likes of a Danny Ings in that strike force at the moment. Now we're going to see the attack coming through. It's going to be France finding themselves, blasting the ball straight into Alisson, making the save. Corner comes through, pressure being put on. Going to come to the edge of the box. It's Kingsley Coman, plays the ball inside. Finds Hernandez, finds Pogba, steps one way, steps the other, tries to find the shot. He's going to be blocked away, and again, cleared by this Liverpool defence, but only as far as the French midfield.
Yeah, the defence needs to be careful there. Obviously, giving the ball away in such a dangerous area, giving France so much possession it's a scary one. You know, Niagara obviously know what they're doing with the ball. Sorry, St John's University. It's because the red marker is on the away team, and I'm used to it being on the home team. I don't know, I'm having an absolute nightmare. But either way, Alisson with the goal kick, and he's a player that hasn't been doing too well in real life as of late, having a few dodgy errors, but we won't talk too much about that because that's just one of my nightmares summed up.
Even the best keepers have their absolute nightmare performances. It just happens. It's how you bounce back from them. And right now we see it's going to be France trying to burst forward, trying to bounce back from the early attacking plays from this Liverpool squad. But now Liverpool, once again, on the break. Both these teams playing the counter-attacking football, wanting to find that first goal of this match.
I think that's one thing you did say about Liverpool, though, you know, about how, you know, the fact is they're only human after all. At the end of the day, they are only humans, and everybody makes mistakes, even the best players. Salah looking to whip it in. It will go out for a corner for Niagara University here. Whipped into the area, going to be cleared away. Doesn't even beat the first man in the end.
That's disappointing as corners go. Want to at least work the goalkeeper or try and find that first header, but instead it's going to be cleared once again, pulled forward, however, by Liverpool's defence as they play the ball around very nicely.
Yeah, it's looking good so far from both teams, to be honest. Defensively, very sound. Not too many issues from either of them, to be honest. That's a great tackle. Jota will get the chance. Really well played from Langley to block the chance to cut him down, and now maybe can look to go on a counter-attack of their own with Ferland Mendy.
That was incredible from Jota, almost finding that assist while stretched out prone on the floor. Now, however, Kingsley Coman bursting forward, putting pressure onto Robertson on this right-hand side. It's going to be given away out with a goal kick at the end of all of this, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Because both of these teams are obviously very good at defending. And you can see that here. Both teams, like, the creativeness is good, but the final touch, the final shot, just not there right now. So far, obviously 39 minutes into a two-legged affair, there's plenty of time to get a goal, but so far the deadlock has not been broken. Griezmann just looking to dribble around in the midfield, teasing, turning. Can he get the ball to Mbappe? He can. Can he find the shot? No, not quite. Really well played from Virgil van Dijk once again, and cleared away by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah,
defensively it's been very good. To be honest, I don't think the goalkeepers have really been worked that much. I think one save apiece so far. Liverpool with the opportunity now to break. For me, Liverpool have looked that little bit more potent when they have been making their counter-attacks forward. However, I do think the lion's share of possession has gone over to France, unsurprising, with such a strong squad. But here comes Wijnaldum stepping inside, trying to find a long shot from the edge of the box, but unable to beat that blocker.
Yeah, I think Niagara have looked really good, to be honest, so far. They've looked really good with some of the chances they've had, and maybe can look to come forward now, though. St John's University, it's going to be out wide with Kingsley Coman, looks to whip it in early, doesn't find anybody, and he finds Robertson, though, his leg waiting, but that's a great ball in! The header! Saved from Alisson! He cannot save the rebound, though, and he will go 1-0 up. Niagara University will take the lead. St John's University will take the lead, and it is 1-0 at the half-time whistle.
On the stroke of half-time, the header down into Alisson, eventually finished off. That is the goal that makes the difference at the half-time whistle as the teams go in and the managers now have to prepare themselves for the next 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a good half. so far, definitely from both teams. I think that's the thing that a lot of people forget in FIFA. You know, a goal can come at any time, and that is certainly what we're seeing in this game. A goal could very well come at any time. You know, both teams just playing so well defensively, and one mistake and we could potentially see a goal. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, you know, another 2 goals in this game, to be honest. Obviously, as the clock goes towards the later stages of the game, players are going to get tired, mistakes are going to happen, and it just depends which way it goes.
Advantage played in favour of St. John's there, who have the lead, of course. Again, striking the ball into that first blocker. Happened so many times from the edge of the box so far, looking for that wonder goal. Not yet to be. Jota, he's still on rather than Firmino, and we do see the play inside. Actually, Firmino on as well. Fabinho stepping forward, trying to cut the ball back inside to Jota. Not quite going to happen now. Pogba, the opportunity to break the ball forward, is going to look for Mbappe, who slips and slides past one defender. Van Dijk having to cover 2 people here. He's gone towards the attacker. This is left one open. The block comes through, but there's the secondary shot. That's the second goal for St. John's.
Look, I'll be honest, we've seen Virgil van Dijk do that so often in real life. You know, he waits for them to make the mistake. He knows that Alisson's got the near post, and he waits, but I think he's waited a bit too long, a little bit unlucky with the rebound, but 2-0 to St. John's University. I'm sure they'll take it. They'll be very happy with it. But still plenty of time in this game for Niagara to get something back. And after all, it is a 2-legged affair. There is time. There's plenty of time for them to get a couple of goals back. But straight down the other end, you know, Liverpool, they've been looking decent going forward, but just lacked that killer instinct right at the end, as I always like to say. And we have got Diogo Jota and Firmino playing. I'm pretty sure it's Firmino at cam, because Henderson isn't playing. Great bit of dribbling. Can he find Diogo Jota on the end? No, it's going to be a free kick, though. Can they find anything from this?
It's going to be Alexander-Arnold, 32 yards out, sort of distance he has been known to score from. That little bit harder to do it on FIFA, and as a result, we see it laid off to Salah, who steps inside, looks for the shot, yet again blocked right as soon as it leaves the foot of the Egyptian. Now the counter comes through. It's going to be Mbappe running Robertson down the wing. Mbappe starting to tire a little bit, but is so damn fast. This is why you pick Paris. This is why you pick France. This is Mbappe stepping forward, but dispossessed at the last moment before pulling the trigger by the Liverpool defence.
That's beautiful. Really, really nice attack and play. Obviously, really, well, just absolutely extreme amounts of pace from Mbappe. Absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. And just didn't have any teammates with him. The ball through to Roberto Firmino. Can he find a shot? He can't. Pass across goal, and Mane will somehow toe poke it in. And that will be, well, it's an own goal from Hernandez. And that'll be 1 goal back for Niagara. It's going to be 2-1 now. But is it too little too late in this game? About 30 minutes left? I think not. There's plenty of time for another goal in this one. But straight down the other end.
End of the day, that is an absolute game changer, because this is a 2-legged affair. We are going to see a second match between these 2 universities, and as a result, that 1 goal is such a difference maker to go into the second game, potentially 1 behind rather than 2. Of course, still time for either of these teams to either narrow or expand that lead. We again see Coman stepping across. He's done such great work on the right wing. Pogba bring the ball from inside, managing to find Martial. He tries to find a step over, doesn't quite manage to make it work. Liverpool looking for the counter, looking for the equaliser.
I'll be interested to see what Niagara have got coming into these later stages of the game, because one thing I do find when I play as Liverpool on FIFA is, you know, towards the end of the game, Mane, Firmino, Salah, they all start to, you know, drop off pace-wise, because you need to really get them in their stride. But ball whipped into the middle, well played from Virgil van Dijk. Griezmann never winning that header, but might be another chance to whip it in.
Coman's been causing all sorts of trouble out in this right wing. Robertson really hasn't known which way is up, but this time he does manage to dispossess the French superstar. We're going to see the quick counter-attack. Mane, yes, lacking a little bit of the pace from the beginning of the match, but still able to find a good pass. Alexander-Arnold straight out to Salah on the right wing, bringing the ball forward, looking for the equaliser. Ball is played in, chipped in towards the front post, left by the defender, claimed by the goalkeeper. With the waiting player on the back post, just hoping it was going to skip through to him.
He just needed to put more power on it and put it to the back post. There was an overlap. Salah was there waiting, or Mane was there waiting. I'm not too sure, but we'll play through the middle. Van Dijk shouldn't have any problems with that, but he has had a problem with that. And Griezmann is on his own forward. Can't find any teammates yet. Cutting inside, back and forth, back and forth. We'll find Mbappe, but I don't think anything's going to come of it. It's a bit of a shambles at the defence, I'll be honest, but they will get it away.
That's about 3 defensive errors we've had out of Van Dijk. Really uncharacteristic for the Dutchman here. Meanwhile, Kante, he's stepping forward. He's managing to find Mbappe, who's taking the ball once again. Round past Gomez. He's found the ball across, but somehow the back of the net doesn't ripple. Instead, it is going to be the side netting that is struck.
Yeah, just maybe needs to take a bit of power off it, go for a bit more placement potentially. Risky defending from France, from St John's University. You need to be a little bit careful. But honestly, so far St John's have looked fantastic. Going forward, obviously one or two chances they probably should have scored, like that one there. That should be offside. It's not. It's going to be a goal, and it's not going to be offside. The offside trap was played, but it will be Martial getting his goal, and that will be 3-1 to St John's University.
That's a massive game changer, that 2-goal lead restored going near to the end of this first match. Remember, the second match will potentially be different players playing, so we could have a real reversal of fortunes. It will be Niagara, who look like they're going to have to come from behind in that match, unless they can do something dramatic in the next few minutes of play here.
That is the question. Have they got what it takes to get it back? At least one goal back, let's be honest. Oh, Salah probably should have got that ball. No substitutions obviously going to come on. Long ball played by Pogba. Will go out for a throw. It will change hands back to Liverpool. Have they got what it takes to get a late goal? That is the question. We have seen one in this half, but can they get a second?
Pogba, of course, in real life has just gone down with an injury that's going to take him out for a few weeks. In this game, however, He has bossed the midfield. Liverpool now, however, on the counter-attack. It's broken up on the edge of the area by Langley. It's going to play it forward, finding Griezmann, finding Kante, and here comes the former Leicester player now of Chelsea. Finding the pass interrupted, however, Jota turns, he finds a bit of space, he plays the ball back inside, one more pass, breaks the offside trap, makes it 3-2, massive goal for Niagara.
That is exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a bit more faster movement right in the final third. A few times we saw them looking for that 1-2 pass, but this time they made it. But straight down the other end is Kingsley Coman, the player that has been causing a lot of trouble, and he'll win himself a corner as we're about to creep into the 90th minute.
Kingsley, just like the character in the J.K. Rowling books, has been absolutely magical in this game, and we are going to see that header just put behind. This is going to be just 15 seconds of play remaining, really. I don't see another goal in this one, but with the gap being restored to 1 goal again, Niagara very much in this tie.
Yeah, it should be the full-time whistle, unless any fatal errors happen, but should be good, and there it is. It is going to be 3-2 going into the final whistle, and the full-time result.
That has been an absolute breathtaking game. Even from the first minute, I think we had to wait around about 20-30 minutes of in-game time before we got the first goal, but it was action-packed. It was end-to-end, ends after a 5-goal thriller in favour of St John's University. They're 3-2 up.
There it is. What a fantastic game. Honestly, from both teams, I thought they both played really, really well. Niagara obviously playing more of a counter-attack style of football. Compared to St John's, they were very much counter-attacking, and St John's were just relentless, in my opinion. Coming down that wing, it all looked really, really good. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say about the game. Honestly, they did all the talking for themselves. Let's be real.
I have to say, really, really nice to see Liverpool playing such nice football in this one and showing that you can play a team that's not France or PSG. So many times when other teams on the stream that I've seen have played and they've gone up against a French team, it's just been a question of, well, why didn't you just pick France? But this time it worked out pretty well, even though they were just about on the losing end of things.
Exactly. It worked out well for them. We'll see going into the next game. Maybe they do choose to go France, and maybe they'll pick themselves up a result. But we're going to throw it to a quick break before we come back with Game 2. Go grab yourselves a drink, and we'll be back in a moment. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Season 2 of EGFC. We are back at it with Niagara versus St. John University. The second leg is going to be Liverpool versus Paris Saint-Germain instead of Liverpool versus France this time. And it is currently 3-2. Oh, and he's got the in-game commentary on. Oh, no. And it's going to be St. John's with a 3-2 lead currently.
And George, I'm feeling just a little psychic because I think I accidentally called it as Liverpool PSG at one point in the last game, and now we actually get to see it. Of course, there is that 1-goal lead for St. John's, who are playing as PSG here. However, that could be broken very, very quickly because Liverpool look to break. However, it is going to be just the offside trap getting the better of them.
Yeah, so far, obviously, in the first game, the Liverpool side played really well. Obviously, just about bested by the French team. Just about. I think it was incredibly close, so I think it's fair to say that we should have a fairly exciting game in this one. Yeah.
I think that is true. Hopefully much more attacking football and a strange defensive decision there coming through from PSG. St. John's slipping up, giving the opportunity to manage to take a strike, but it's going to go just wide of the left-hand post.
Yeah, it was a bit of an awkward situation, that. To be honest, it was a bit of an awkward one. I'm not really too sure what happened there, but the defender obviously came forward and Mane got the run in behind. A little bit awkward, but ball played straight away in behind for Kylian Mbappe. He's got Neymar waiting in the middle. Can't quite find him, but we'll go out for a corner.
Yeah, we're going to see this early corner. Opportunity for Neymar to swing that ball into the box. He's going to find a Liverpool player who hits it off their own post. Cleared dramatically as Mane looks to break, trying to find Salah, however, unable to do so clearly, but not just about able to match the Liverpool man there.
I'm just going to say it straight away. It looked like a foul to me. That looked like a foul. But either way, the ball is played in the middle. It's going to be Di Maria. Can't quite find the target. Cleared away. No, blocked. Can they finally clear away? We need to be really careful here because in this kind of a position, it's going to be detrimental if you let Mbappe get a chance from that kind of range.
Beautiful Cruyff turn into the shot there, but it was blocked away. Again, Alisson doing great work. Robertson trying to break down the left-hand side. It was he who was actually under a lot of pressure in the last game. He's brought the ball forward. It's allowed Mane to get into a shooting position. He is, however, tackled on the edge of the box. And yet again, it's PSG who break.
So I'm already seeing that it's a very, very end-to-end high-pressure game. Ball played in behind for Neymar. It should be the goal. No, what a save from Alisson. The rebound for Di Maria, though. And we've seen it twice already, and we've seen it for the third time now. It's going to be another rebound. The goal for Paris Saint-Germain. And now it's going to be, 4-2 now to St. John's University.
I'm going to say it right here, Niagara. That is unfair on you. Those rebounds have not been your friend today. Takes me back to the older playground days where you play the rebound role. And the rebound rule, you throw the ball blinded back behind you, and it always seems to go to the same player, and everyone would know. Meanwhile, that's exactly what's happening for this Liverpool team at the moment, finding themselves 2 goals behind for the 3rd time in this tie.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit awkward, isn't it? It's a bit difficult for them, obviously, you know, being 2 goals down, but can't quite find the header there. It will go up for another corner, though. Salah will whip it in. Goalkeeper's going to look to come out, though. Dangerous, because it is played fairly deep into the corner. It could be a foul.
Out swinger. It's going to lead to a throw-in out on the right-hand side of the pitch for Liverpool, as they look to attack yet again the PSG goal. They need to find a goal soon, otherwise they might find themselves unable to break this deficit. Salah, edge of the area, passes the ball back out to Firmino, trying to work some magic, but unable to do so. This is leading to the break. Di Maria stepping forward, finding the quick ball straight through to Neymar, and it is going to be him cutting back inside, finding Mbappe. The back heel, Di Maria trying to find Mbappe, unable to do so, broken up by the Liverpool defence.
Yeah, so difficult. So it's really difficult to break down this this defence of Niagara's. They're clearly very good defenders and great bit of skill from Neymar. The flip-flap there, it's very heavily used. The rainbow flick, which has recently been gutted and nerfed in the recent patch, makes it very, very difficult for Neymar to make those kind of efforts.
Has the bridge nerf come through yet?
Yes, it has, yeah.
So actually we're just seeing a goalkeeper clearance going straight to Mane, played through, finding Salah, bringing the deficit back to 1 yet again.
There it is, fantastic goal from Salah, and that's what I like to see from him in real life when he gets onto that left foot, puts it down, bottom left-hand corner. It was brilliant. Actually, I think it was on his right foot that shot was, so obviously a little bit harder for him. He only has a freestyle weak foot, lovely back heel pass to run into for Robertson. Can he find anybody awaiting in the middle? He's got loads of people with him, could just take the shot, does, and it's an absolutely fantastic save from Keylor Navas.
Thought the Scot had it there just for a moment. Robertson running amok down the left wing, no longer having to deal with Kingsley Coman out on that side, and able to find the aggression himself. Now we're going to see Neymar losing out. Gomez is going to clean things up, passing the ball inside to Fabinho. Fabinho manages to find Firmino, who looks to step forward. No real skills coming through from the Liverpool team in terms of like actual skill moves, but the passing has been crisp as anything.
Oh yeah, it's been absolutely beautiful, I'll be honest, from both teams, but can he find anything here now? Looks to chip it to the back post, not enough power on it, however. But right now in this game, it is currently 4-3 on aggregate to St John's University, still holding the advantage in this one. But I've got to say, this matchup is looking a lot more Niagara favoured. That's a great pass in behind for Mane. Needs to try and get it in the middle, but can't quite get the ball out from his feet. Florenzi will put it out for a corner, and here's another chance to whip it in for Liverpool.
I'm going to go ahead and say it, George. I think whoever gets the next goal in this series is going to put themselves on the front foot to take this entire round, because this is such a closely combated game. This is the opportunity to pull level. Niagara have found the next goal I spoke of. They have restored parity in this tie for the first time since the 30th minute of the first leg.
Wow, absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to lie, I put my hands above my head for one moment because I'm not quite sure how that ball got through from Fabinho to Firmino. Obviously, two names that are very hard to pronounce, but I'm not sure how that ball got through, but the finish was there, and straight down the other end, it's going to be Neymar, gives it to Mbappe. Lovely little roulette turn. The rebound once again, though, and it's going to be a goal. It's going to go the way of St John's University, and it's going to be Julian Draxler to get that goal.
If St John's University fell in the sewer, they would come out with a gold watch. They are finding all the rebounds in this game at the moment, and that is now the fourth one in this two-leg tie. However, the opportunity to, again, equalise comes through for Liverpool, trying to burst forward, unable to quite do so. It's going to be the counter-attack coming through from St John's University, playing as PSG, stepping forward. We're going to find a Verratti. The through ball beautifully placed straight onto Neymar. He's got himself someone on the inside. He doesn't need him. He finds the side of the net, and that is going to be a 2-goal advantage.
Well, that's exactly what you expect from Neymar, really, on his right foot. He's got 5-star weak foot anyway, just drills it into the back of the net. Alisson should have no chance in hell in that scenario, and there it is. It is going to be the lead restored for St John's University, and we shall see now. We shall see. It's going to be difficult for them. It's going to be difficult for Niagara to come back here.
Tell you what though, George, if we wanted action, we have had as many goals in the first half of this match as we had in the entire match last time round. 5 goals at half time. It is going to be 3-2, much as the other tie finished in favour of St John's University. A 2-goal deficit will have to be brought back once again by Niagara if they want to win this tie.
It's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult, but I reckon they can do it. You know, they've played well. I think the one thing they're lacking is just, you know, the speed in the last few passes. Honestly, you know, we've seen a few chances they've had where they've gone for that speedy 1-2, and that's really what they need to go for, because I'm watching St John and they're really pressing quite hard. They're sending all the players at them, all the defenders, at them, and yeah, I think if they go for some 1-2 efforts, wait for the defender to come to them. You don't need to force it. You just need to be patient and wait, really.
Right, we've started up again. Let's see if it is as frantic paced as the first game. There will be a few tired legs on the pitch now. I believe a substitute or two may have been made at half-time. Liverpool breaking forward again. This is going to be a back heel, finding Jota on the edge of the box. However, Marquinhos dispossesses the Liverpool man. Now it's going to be Gomez having to deal with Neymar. That's been tough for him all game long with the skill moves coming through from the Brazilian. Mbappe, here he goes, trying to drive the ball past. He's going to step back inside, cuts the ball over to Di Maria, blasts the ball straight into the legs of the Liverpool defender. Now it's Alexander-Arnold coming back forward again.
Yeah, we'll see if Alexander Arnold can do anything, but when Mbappe is attacking, he is just looking so good. He's just so hard to defend against, honestly. The La Croquetas, the turns, everything is so beautiful, but we'll see if they can get anything from this one with Mbappe coming forward. Gives it to Neymar, finds Mbappe. Is he going to take the first time shot? No, cuts back inside. Lovely little turn. I don't even know what that one was called. The scoop turn, and the shot obviously just wide. Well, just wide. It was a mile wide, let's be honest.
Somehow, Niagara only one goal behind, 2 goals in total across the 2 legs. Despite the early pressure put on by St. John's, they could have already found a brace for Mbappe in this half.
Yeah, the thing about when they're using Mbappe, they're obviously doing the fake shot to stop, and then they're cutting back inside. I would say just shoot as soon as you get that near post, and you're running straight down the line. You've already got the better of Van Dijk. Just shoot in the near post, full power, shot that near post, and the chance Alisson won't save that, in my opinion. But this could be a card here for Bernat. Needs to be careful. It's going to be a yellow card this time. Obviously, a foul. Red cards are quite hard to come by in this FIFA, so.
Well, you never know. We might just get to see one, and maybe it will have an impact on this game. Right now, however, in an 11 versus 11, St. John's University looking good for their lead. Full credit to Niagara across both legs. However, they've been looking good. And yet another burst forward. The opportunity for Salah to deliver the ball on a plate. However, as he tries to find Jota, he is instead going to find Marquinhos once more. Di Maria immediately spreading the ball over to Mbappe. And the speed merchant is off once again. Fastest at the race is going forward. He takes the ball past Alisson. Alisson doing everything he can. However, the ball is played to the back of the net by the Liverpool defender at the end of a quick counter-attacking move from St. John's.
I don't know how the meme goes, but it's something like fast as something, boy, and he is going. He is absolutely having a field day in this game, well and truly. Obviously, St. John's having a field day as well. Niagara it's just that last pass. It's that last, that last something they're just missing. Obviously had the ball with Salah inside the box, couldn't quite find the pass, stepping off Neymar, and you just can't do that. You can't let him have that much room, because he's just going to score the goal, and you can see it in the celebration. Very happy, good goal, and that is a good game.
Honestly, St. John's made that one look easy. All of a sudden, the deficit is 4, and Niagara do look like they may be dead and buried on this one. Let's see if they can try and turn things around. However, it's going to be so tough for them, having conceded those 2 early goals in this half. It's going to be a free kick on the edge of the area, and you're predicting a red.
Oh,
you're finding a yellow.
Look, it's the last man. It's outside the box, so it's not going to be a penalty. That's got to be a red card, in my opinion. He's going to go for the I don't know what it's called. It's like a free kick with a dip. So they put loads of top spin kind of thing on it, and yeah, it just never goes in. The goalkeeper movement comes across. You need to shoot at the other post, really. But straight down the other end, it looks like it could be another goal. Great pass across. Angel Di Maria, can he find the finish? He can. It is going to be 6-2 on aggregate in this one. And what's that going to be? 9-4? I
believe that is correct, George, and it is going to be a 5-goal advantage. That cushion is now looking mighty comfortable for St. John's University as they look to secure victory over some of their top-of-the-table rivals. Niagara still trying to fight back, still trying to fight some goals, just at least bring that aggregate score down a little bit, but the attacking presence of Di Maria, Mbappe and Neymar has just been too strong. This time, however, the skill move not quite going to come off for the Argentinian.
Yes, it's a difficult game. Obviously, they've had the chances, and here might be another one. Salah coming straight down, and see, it's just a bit too much. It might just be me being a bit critical, but it's a bit too much there. Obviously, the game's pretty much already over. The pass from Mbappe, ball roll, well, that's just absolutely beautiful. It's the fake Rabona, well, it's the Rabona shot. It's absolutely beautiful, and that is definitely going to be the game with a 6-goal lead. But yeah, in the last pass, it's just always a bit too much, a bit too overthought. You've got some really good players, really good shooting stats on Salah. He gets down that wing, just shoot at the near post. You don't really always need to pass it across. And obviously we saw a few cross-pitch like crosses at times. It's no need for it. Just slow the play down, maybe make it a bit more simple, and then maybe you can look to get some goals back. But here in this game, obviously, I think it's a bit too far gone.
I don't know what you think, George, but it feels to me like St. John's came to the second half of this second leg wanting to make a statement. They've come out, they are 4-0 up in this half. They have looked completely dominant, and they have frankly routed this Liverpool defence this time round.
not pulling any punches at all. They are just throwing them all, and yeah, it's been a very hard game for Niagara, but a lot of lessons to be learned in this one. I think is the main thing for Niagara. Obviously, one of the top contenders, so we'll see if they can improve going on to the next set of fixtures.
Ball deflected off Di Maria for the throw. It's going to get played back and forth between Alexander Arnold and his defensive partner there. We're going to see Salah bring the ball forward out on the right wing. Nice little dummy step over, comes through, opens up the opportunity for Jota to try and find Firmino. Defense is going to slip up on this one. The ball outside to Mane was on, but beautiful defensive work comes in. Florenzi playing hero here.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. It was really good defending. Obviously, the AI interception, not really a lot you can do if your handle's in that situation. But the ball should be cleared away from Bernac. Can Fabinho win the header versus Di Maria? He cannot. Very strange. But obviously, you know, the Liverpool side is very good, but it lacks a lot of pace in the midfield is the one thing. And obviously, here comes Neymar Jr. Is he going to go for the Rabona shot? Not this time. Shot is saved by Alisson.
Tries to just drive the ball through. Eventually, Rainbow flicks it into touch. Not quite the ending perhaps St. John's would have wanted, but I don't think they're going to be dwelling on that one too much as we approach the full-time whistle, and we see that aggregate scoreline lying at 10-5. 10-4 even.
Yeah. It's a hard one. It's a hard one for Niagara. I do feel a bit sorry for them, though, I won't lie. Obviously, 10-4, it's a harsh scoreline. I think they played better than the scoreline would probably suggest. But hey ho, it is what it is. They've made some mistakes, and they'll probably go on to the next game with a lot of lessons learned, and hopefully they'll come back better.
For me, for 135 minutes, Niagara were right with St. John's there. They had a good chance, and it just felt like in that last 45 minutes, the last quarter of the tie, St. John's just went, okay, all right, we've played with little brother for a while now, but now we're going to show them what we can really do. And boy, when they stepped up in style. St. John's putting down a marker and saying, we are the team to beat.
Yeah, they really put on the gloves, didn't they, in that situation? They were like, right, we've got to go to town, we're ready. You know, they just showed them. They showed them who they were and what they were going to bring to the table, and they are showing that they are definitely one of the top 2 teams in this tournament, and they are definitely fighting for that #1 spot, which I definitely like to see. But sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say it's undeniably true, but we still get to see 4 of the other teams in the league later on as well.
We do indeed, and we are going to throw it to a very, very quick break before we get back to you guys with the next game of the evening, which will be Manhattan College versus Xavier University.
Oh dear. Central and eastern parts of Kansas will very probably be cloudy in the morning, and then western Kansas will begin to get increasing cloudiness by tomorrow afternoon. Today, however, very, very pleasant reading. 73 up in the Goodland area, 72 at Garden City, 70 reported by Dodge City and Liberal, 72 over by the good folks of City, Blackwell area, 68 degrees today. Winds southerly at about 15 with gusts of 25 miles an hour. Barometric pressure 30.00 and is rising. And no precipitation. We're about a ½ inch behind, correction, ½ inch ahead for the year, and 1 5300ths behind for the year so far. We'll be looking for a little bit of a change tomorrow.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to EGFC Season 2. My name is George Overton, joined as always by Stan Greyheart Barker. Welcome back, sir. And we are ready for our second game of the evening. Almost said third game of the evening, but unfortunately we have had to postpone Manhattan versus Xavier due to some issues with a PSN membership. A few issues going on there, but we are still going to bring you Marquette University versus William and Mary. So I'm pretty sure we are about ready to get underway with this game, but I'm very excited for this one as William and Mary are my underdog pick team. I've been trying to, give them little tips and tricks where I can. But yeah, I think they're sitting on the bottom of the pile in the standings at the moment. But so far, obviously, they're a team that has a lot to improve on, and that's why it's so good to watch them, because I like to try and see what they've improved on week to week.
Just quickly checking with you, just production values, which I know you always make so very good, George. Is that the Manhattan logo or the Marquette logo?
That is the. Sorry, yeah, that we're not on that screen yet. It's all good. That is still the that is the Manhattan logo. That's why I'm now sorting that out.
Absolutely. I thought we were already there. I'm just getting ahead of myself. So excited am I to bring you this second game of the evening. Disappointed we're not going to get a third, but even so, hopefully this game will deliver in the same way that our first game of the evening did. That, of course, was between Niagara and St. John's. St. John's, in the end, they kind of came away as runaway victors with a 10-4 aggregate scoreline, but it certainly was close right up until sort of the last half of the second leg.
Yeah, it was really close until it wasn't. That was the problem. It was really close until it wasn't. But no, it was a really good game. I thought they had a lot of bright moments going forward, but it was always just that last pass, that last shot. There always seemed to be maybe a second thought kind of thing at times. Whether they were supposed to shoot or whether to pass. But either way, it's still one of those ones where it's very much a very close game. But I'm hoping this one should be a close game as well. I'm hoping so. As you know, William and Mary bottom of the pile, they've got nothing to lose, and that's the best part about it. They've got nothing to lose. They can come out here and they can look fantastic.
Let's see if they come out swinging, and if they do, we'll start raising questions as to why they're playing baseball rather than FIFA here. So we'll get into that game just as quickly as we're able to. Certainly looks like we might be seeing the France mirror matchup, not for the first time on this stream. Talk to me again. We're looking at sort of Mbappe's pace. This is something that my eyes are always drawn towards. Every single game I've had the opportunity to cast with you. Where is he pace-wise? He's sort of around about the 96, 97 mark?
94, 95, something like that. He's around that range. Either way, he is absolutely ridiculous. In Ultimate Team, you give him a hunter card. He's the fastest player in the game. He goes to 99, which a lot of people do. But we are ready to get into this game. It's going to be Marquette versus William and Mary. It's going to be France versus France, and we're underway here and ready to go.
Which of our universities are in the blue strip? That's going to help me out the most, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be one of them. It is going to be one of them, and I don't know what's going on here with the game, but I think they're running like a wide screen or something, and it's messing with the overlay. I will try and sort that out as we go along, but it's going to be quite difficult to do so. But here we go.
I'll let you get on with that as we do see the first attack coming through. And shockingly, it's France striking against France. We are going to see the attacking team now coming in with the corner. Griezmann swinging the ball in. It is going to be punched away by Hugo Lloris, something I feel we're going to be saying a lot of times today.
Yeah, I feel so as well. It's going to be, it's going to be his game all day long. You'd have thought he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Obviously, we know that, and
he's playing for both teams, so
exactly.
that's certainly not going to hurt his chances of making some save, but also possibly not keeping a clean sheet. We're going to see the ball played through once again, yet again. The attacking qualities coming through from the white shirt wearing French team are looking stronger thus far. Am I right in saying that that's Marquette?
Yeah, you are right in saying it. It is Marquette is the one with the red arrow above the head.
That was exactly what I was thinking might be the case. Let's see whether your underdog team can start to make their bite felt. They're breaking through on the left wing with Kingsley Coman. We saw what great work he could do in the first match that we watched on stream tonight, and he's led to a goal for William & Mary early on in the first half.
There it is, William & Mary, the underdogs team, the one we always like to talk about. They have done it. They've finally gotten their goal, their first goal of the game. I think that's one of the first games they've actually scored first in, which is nice to say. And I think the overlay should just about be as fixed as we're going to get it, due to the overlay things that are going on with the players. But either way, it's nice to see William & Mary get their chance and get their goal.
We're seeing aggression now from Marquette as they look to equalise. It's a lovely save by the outstretched leg of Lloris, headed over in the end. Nice to see George GNC doing the Lord's work there as producer. And by the Lord, I don't mean John Lundstrom.
I don't even know who that is, Stan. So obviously,
Sheffield United midfielder loved by fantasy football players last year, like myself. Kingsley Coman breaking through, looking to make it 2-0. William & Mary, but is denied by the defensive players from Marquette. Breaking forward once again, however, finding Griezmann on the edge, stepping forward, again cut out, but it's come with a nice rebound through, and it's going to be 2-0. W&M, take it.
Let's go, William & Mary. Let's go. It's Kingsley Coman. He's put it in the back of the net. There it is. It's nice to see when the bottom team in the table, they get themselves a couple of goals. It's nice to see. Well, they're not bottom, sorry. They'll be angry at me for saying they're bottom. They're second bottom. There you go. You're not quite at the bottom of the pack. But either way, 2-0. What a start to the game.
If the game continues like this, they will not be even second bottom for that much longer. We are seeing Marquette trying to find a little bit of aggression. They had the early part of the play, weren't able to make the shots pay off, as we do see a rebound off the defender. That's going to be a ball played through straight into the waiting arms of Hugo Lloris.
the almighty Rubik's coming up tops, coming up trumps in this game so far against Krotaf. Oh, I'd never know how to pronounce the guy's name, and he hates me for it. Kratify. I'm not too sure, but you know he's definitely playing well. Rubik's. We've seen him play plenty of times before. I'm pretty sure the second player is a new player they've just recently brought in. I'm not sure on what his name is. Yeah, Rubik's is the William and Mary player.
Gotcha. Alrighty, so we do yet again see Mary with a bit of aggression, unable to make a shot this time round as they look for their third goal of the game, looking to further cement their lead in this game. It is going to be Mbappe breaking forward down the other end of the pitch, however. Varane trying to cover him, giving him a little room to breathe. Not sure he can afford to do that with Mbappe. He finds the pass through to Ben Yedder, who had been quiet, noticeable only by his absence up till now. Kingsley Coman comes in the box, finds only a brick wall it runs into as Kante breaks free.
Apologies, it is not the almighty Rubik's playing in this one. It is Chef GRD Garrett, the new player for the team. And here he comes. Can he find the shot? No, he cannot. Unlucky.
Garrett keeping his clean sheet intact. Griezmann swinging the corner in yet again. Cleared out only to Kante waiting on the edge. Finding Pogba. He's got a hell of a shot on him. Will he take this one on? Cutting back forward. Finding Mbappe looking for a shot on the edge of the area. Pushed away again by Hugo Lloris.
There it is. They're really trying to get back in the lead here. They're trying to get back in the game. They're having quite a lot of shots, so I'm sure we will see them get a goal at some point in this game. But here comes Garrett coming forward. The question is, can he get a third? If he gets a third, this tie is already looking dangerously close to being over, and that is what they need to be very, very careful of in this game here.
Marquette will certainly be hoping for more out of this one. They're a university that were celebrating their National Marquette Day just a couple of days ago, usually celebrated by big basketball games. They got to play a little bit of League of Legends on Saturday. Now they are here on a Monday playing a bit of FIFA. So far, find themselves 2-0 down, however.
League of Legends, a little game that you know a little bit of something about, but in FIFA currently, it is looking very, very good for William and Mary. They're playing very well, and you know, as a team that I hold very dear to my heart, I'm not supposed to pick favourites, but they're one of my favourite teams in the league. You know, it's always nice to have a fan favourite, an underdog to cheer on, and a lot of people cheering on William and Mary in chat currently. Come on, Mbappe trying to come down this wing, can't quite find the shot, and good defending in the end from the Marquette player.
Biased casters here at Big East. You never hear such a thing. Come on, DePaul. Meanwhile, break from Ben Yedder. It's going to be Coman on the overlap, trying to find the ball back in to his attacking forward. However, it's not going to happen this time. Broken away, and it's lucky in a way there for W&M that the free kick goes in their favour.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. Sorry, a little bit lucky there, to be honest. But but either way, try not to be too one-sided, you see. But either way, come
George.
Yes, exactly. But so far, the game's broken down quite a lot in the midfield. Obviously, changing possession. Goes to the fake shot. Good tackle from Lenglet. A little bit too close to the fake shot. The ball gets taken away easily, but Mbappe obviously is the main man in this France team. He's the guy that you need to get the ball to in the area. He's the guy that you're going to be looking to create these chances. Ben Yedder can't quite find him. Kante breaking down all of these opportunities. And now another chance to come forward. There's a massive overlap out wide. Can he find him? They can't this time.
Oh, just hesitating maybe a little too long. You've got to remember, though, George, if you go to the Mbappe well too often in the first half, you run your best player ragged, and all of a sudden they're unable to deal with the second half in quite the inspiring way that perhaps you would expect from Kylian.
Yeah, exactly. I think the problem with Mbappe is in this side is you're trying to use him all the time, and as you get into the later stages of the game, he's just going to be completely tired. And I'm just seeing how janky this overlay is that I've just put together. Very janky, but you know, it's a difficult one because you don't really have anybody to come on for him. You've got Martial, sure, but he's no Kylian Mbappe. You know, he's obviously got a little bit of skill. He's got a decent weak foot. He's got very good pace, very good shooting, but still overshadowed by Kylian Mbappe because he is just an absolute machine. He's a player in Ultimate Team that everybody has in their team. Like, if you don't have Mbappe in your team, you are probably going to be at a disadvantage, and it's so difficult. But I'm surprised to see people playing France rather than PSG. Obviously, you get Neymar as well with PSG, but you're sacrificing a little bit of the defence.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we are going to be seeing this France mirror matchup here at the Revent Plus Grand. And just as soon as these two teams have finished up with their substitutions and the like, I do believe it was such a telling moment where we did see get it right, University, Marquette University Mbappe being highlighted for having a slow day at the office, even by the in-game engine, showing that he'd had those 3 chances, hadn't had a conversion rate of 0%. That's going to have to change if Marquette want to find themselves back in on this first leg. Meanwhile, Griezmann breaking forward, taking the ball inside, outside, swinging the ball, looking to swing his boot in the direction of the ball and find the net, but unable to do so. A little bit of an interchange here between Pavard and Coman, coming out in favour of Coman, as it is going to be the ball once again breaking down the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, it's difficult. He's obviously trying to find a little bit of space. Could potentially use a ball roll instead of some of the massive touches, but a little bit unlucky from Garrett. Maybe can look to come down the same place at the same time, but overall, very good FIFA, very good football. Unlucky with the defender, and there could be a chance for Mbappe. Really good block, really good defending once again. Mbappe does have it back though, and it looks like it's just going to pong around in the midfield area.
That conversion rate on the shot still staying at 0%, trying to change it now, and managing to do so. That's how you change things to a 20% success rate. Beautiful strike from Kylian.
The goalkeeper movement, I saw it happen. It almost went slow motion. I saw the keeper just shuffle across goal, and he was thinking that he was going to shoot across goal, but he's just gone for power at the near post. And it's so sad to see. Garrett, it makes me sad, but straight down the other end, he's looking to get another goal, and can Marquette do it? No, it's good defending this time. Just get it away. You need to be careful, because obviously they won the ball back, but they gave it away in such a dangerous area, and they really got caught unawares. But here we go, a chance again coming forward. It's Mbappe. Can he find the shot? Can he find the finish? Boom! Great save from Hugo Lloris, and it will go out for a corner.
Honestly, that could have been an absolute game-changing save. Had the lead been restored to 2 goals, start to ask questions of MU as they go into the next leg. However, with the deficit only being at 1, things not quite so bad on aggregate. Meanwhile, however, we are going to see Pogba yet again find that dispossession in midfield, as so often happened in the first half. Broken open again. We are going to see Kante running it down, trying to find Mbappe. Ben Yedder looking for the overlap. Kingsley Coman making the run, already having taken the ball well past Hernandez. Perhaps looking for the pass inside. Instead, cuts in looking for a shot, but it's taken off his toes by Varane.
Really well played from both teams, to be honest. Defensively, it was good. A little bit of an error from Garrett at the start. He pulled Hernandez forward and then gave Coman the pace advantage, the sprint advantage. So he still had to get going on his run, but good. He made up for it. You know, he got back and he made the save and tackle, which was good. But yeah. Honestly, this is really on a knife's edge. This is really on a knife's edge. It's end-to-end stuff.
Absolute cracking game, delivering yet again here on the Big East stream. Mbappe trying to deliver a 3rd goal. It's not quite going to happen as Lloris dives at his toes.
Lloris, why have you thrown it there? You need to be careful. Oh dear, it's honestly, at times I'm feeling...
Let's not get George GNC too tilted with goalkeeper distribution. Let's turn our attention towards Kingsley Coman breaking down the other end of the pitch, looking to try and bring the ball back inside, only managing to find Varane, however, who now steps forward to Kante, trying to take on Pogba. Going to find Kingsley Coman running the ball inside, finding Pogba once more. Varane stepping forward back to Pogba, the nice 1-2s. They are crisp. However, can they get the attacking percentage going? This is going to be Griezmann trying to look inside, trying to cut the ball over to Kante. He's been running back forward as he is known to do, covering more ground than most players on the pitch. Kingsley Coman steps the ball out to Hernandez. Can he swing this ball in? Once again, over to Kante, the former Leicester title winner, passes the ball straight to the MU defence.
A little bit unlucky with the pass, but straight down the other end. Mbappe, does he have the pace to get past Varane? He can't this time. It is cleared up.
Just missing that extra ounce of pace that perhaps would have taken him past the French centre-back. Meanwhile, Hernandez once again on the ball. Beautiful play through to Coman. Beautiful only if you wanted to see the ball go to Marquette's Lloris.
Yeah, a little bit too much power on that one. But when you're attacking in FIFA, it's so difficult because Varane's just so quick. And a thing that a lot of players and a lot of professional players have actually said is, in a 100-metre race, sure, Virgil van Dijk, Varane, 100% would beat them. But over 10 or 20 metres, Salah, Mane, acceleration, they go round them. Literally, they will go round them. I think that's something that FIFA definitely and EA need to learn going into the next season of FIFA. They need to give centre-backs less acceleration, more sprint speed, and kind of do it like that. But here comes Mbappe. Good tackle from Varane. Mbappe wins it back. What is Mbappe doing? How is he winning it back this often? The goalkeeper movement came away from the near post. If he would have taken the shot, it would have went in 100%. But either way, they're still coming forward. Griezmann's got the ball now. Can he find any of the players wait in the middle? He's going to slow it down and just wait, try and break down the defence. Finds Griezmann. Can he get the better of Langley? He can't. Langley gets it clear. Well played. But still, the relentless pressure from Marquette University.
Kante going to break this one open, trying to take the ball back down, but instead it's Marquette who are led to attack once again. Griezmann keeps finding the ball on the edge of the area, hasn't been taking the shots on, instead waiting for Mbappe, who finds the space at the near post and buries the ball.
Garrett needs to get his finger away from that right stick and stop doing the goalkeeper movement, because that's causing him a lot of problems here. He's moved the goalkeeper away from the near post twice, and yeah, both of the goals have came from those mistakes. So just one thing I've definitely had to learn in my FIFA games, especially in Weekend League, is honestly it's better to not goalkeeper movement than it is to use it, because it can really turn the game around for the opponent. It's like the offside trap. You know, you use the offside trap, it can really break your game in a lot of ways. And yeah, I think just no goalkeeper movement, just unbind the button.
I mean, you talk about turning the game around. That's exactly what's happened. The 2-0 lead that W&M had in the first half is now no longer a thing. It's 2-2 as we approach the full-time whistle of the first leg of this matchup. Marquette University have struck back in a big way. Can they even take the lead going into the second match? Coming forward with Pavard, trying to find the spaces, trying to make life hard for Varane and Langley. Langley is absolutely lost out to Ben Yedder here, but he tracks back beautifully, and now it's an opportunity to break, but instead the ball's come back to Mbappe. He strikes the ball straight into the legs of Varane, I believe it was.
What a game so far, and that is going to be the full-time whistle being blown. There it is. It's 2-2 between William and Mary and Marquette University. Absolutely fantastic game. Very, very good one. Yeah, really, really good.
Considering that that's our lowest scoring game that we've seen today, I thought it was one of the most exciting end-to-end stuff. Both defences putting in a solid effort. Real nice plays in midfield as well. In the end, we go level into the second matchup. Who do you feel this favours? Do you think William and Mary will be pleased to have been in the position they were, or is it Marquette now with the advantage having bounced back?
It's a difficult one. I feel like it's probably going to go the way of Marquette now, even though obviously I like William and Mary, but I feel like Marquette's probably found
nice people.
Yeah, very nice people. I think they've found their tell. You know, the goalkeeper movement always coming away from the near post. I think needs to do something about that. Maybe stop doing it as much, or maybe be a little bit less predictable. Go one way then change the other way. You know, try and mix it up a little bit. But either way, I think it's probably going to go the way of Marquette. They were looking very strong throughout the entire game. Lots of shots, lots of possession. And William and Mary, they looked good. They looked better than they've ever looked, I think. But obviously the two conceded goals with the goalkeeper movement, it puts a bit of a downer on it.
Will we have new players coming into the second match?
I don't know. I think they're in person. So even if they did, I don't think they would be. But so yeah, I think it will probably stay the same. I should think.
If that's the case, then that tell of doing that little bit of movement of the keeper may well come back to bite W&M one more time.
Yeah, I think so. Garrett's playing the second game as well. Garrett's playing the second game. I'm not sure if Croatify, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He'll have to message me or something and be like, can you stop saying my name wrong, please? But either way, yeah, Garrett's going to be playing the second game. So it'll be interesting seeing it. It looks like it is going to be France versus France again in the pre-game lobby. Oh no, we're seeing yeah, we're seeing a little switcheroo. We've seen this number before. It's going to be Netherlands versus France this time in this game between Marquette and William and Mary.
We actually saw it last week, didn't we, George? And it did not go well for the Netherlands.
No, it didn't. I think the thing about Netherlands, though, as we're currently watching their player build up, what they're going to do with the team tactics and stuff like that, they've got a decent team. Is the thing. They've got Dumfries at right back. Daley Blind is a big weakness at left back. Is something that I would definitely say. Obviously, you've got Depay, you've got Proms, you've got Bergwijn. There's a lot of good players in there. Obviously, you've got Van Dijk as well, De Vries, Nathan Ake if you want to use him. Wijnaldum and De Jong. Last year was one of the most meta centre mids. So, you know, it's definitely a decent team to use. It's definitely a decent team. But the question is, what kind of play style are they going to use going forward?
As a Football Manager fanboy, very happy to see the swap there of De Vrij to delete. That's certainly something I personally prefer, especially on Football Manager, where I'm a huge fan of just doing everything you can to sign delete. It's a lot harder now that he's gone to Juve, and money basically can't pry him away from the Giants, so now you have to sign in Upamecano instead. But one of the other players I noticed there in the Dutch team, he's going to be on the reserve list, so we won't get to see him in this match, but I think he is absolutely one for the future, and that's Moe Hatter, and what an absolute superstar he has the potential to be.
I think the Netherlands are one of those teams that just have so much youth potential. There are so many players that always have been throughout the years. You know, Depay 5 years ago just joined Manchester United. Pardon?
Yeah, everyone wanted him. I actually remember being at Anfield with my dad. He's a huge Liverpool fan, and we had an interview of legends, and there was Depay had literally just confirmed he was going to be signing for Man U rather than Liverpool, and everybody there wanted to ask questions about it and how sort of the business was done, and there was real disappointment from the Liverpool legends that I had chosen Man U over Liverpool. Of course, the Man U career didn't quite work out for him as perhaps he would have hoped, but he's having great success now.
Oh yeah, he's doing really well at Lyon, and as you can see, as I'm at Anfield now, as you can see, I was very disappointed when he signed for United. I was hoping that he would have signed for Liverpool. I was hoping he would have. Obviously, Liverpool are a team that are very good at developing young talent, with the likes of Raheem Sterling, Joe Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold. We have quite a few players that have come through the ranks, maybe not through the youth, but we've bought them and then we've brought them through our youth development. So, you know, I think that's one of the things about Liverpool that I like personally quite a lot. But either way, we are ready to get underway here in this game. It is going to be France versus the Netherlands. It's going to be Marquette University versus William and Mary, currently tied up at 2-2. And let's see how this game develops.
Well, we are going to get into the action pretty quickly once again to the French National Stadium. We are going to get to see this one kicking off. Looking forward to the action. I made no secret of the fact that I'm a huge fan of the Netherlands national team last week. When I'm not cheering for England, then I'm cheering for Belgium. When I'm not cheering for Belgium, then I'm cheering for the Netherlands. They were very much my favourite national team when I was a youngster, all because of Edgar Davids and the Nike ads.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they've obviously got a lot of good players. They have as well over the years. So many that you know, you've got Dennis Bergkamp. There's so many. There is so many players, so many legends, icons that come from the Netherlands, and one of my favourite teams as well. One of my favourite nations. I use their kit and badge, and I don't use their ground because I don't know what the ground is. But I use their kit and badge on my Ultimate Team to show that I support them.
Always a fan of the Amsterdam Arena as well, where Ajax are based. Got to do the tour there a few years back, and it is an absolutely amazing stadium, versed in history. Meanwhile, let's turn our attention towards the present, and already the aggression coming through. Am I right in saying that Marquette are going to be in red here? Is that right?
Yeah. So Marquette are playing the away team, and they have the red arrow above their head.
Excellent. Cool, so it's going to be WNM who have managed to keep the French team, which we saw them playing in the last game. They obviously got the 2-2 there. They'll be looking for more out of this one already. They are the aggressors. They're looking to get the first goal, and they almost managed to do it. Fingertips saving through the keeper, but they play the ball straight back where it should not be, and it is going to be first goal of the match to France.
Oh no! Oh dear! Oh dear! That is shambolic defended from the Netherlands, from Marquette. The ball almost went out for a corner, but just got kept in. I don't really know what happened there. It was just shambolic. I don't know what to say. But either way,
George, I don't know where I've seen that most recently, but yeah, that's certainly unfortunate for Marquette. This is not what they're going to be wanting to see. Griezmann hits the net with ease, and now it's an uphill battle for Marquette once more.
Yeah, there it is. And William and Mary obviously playing as France, and Marquette University playing as the Netherlands. That is not the way you wanted the game to start if you were a Marquette fan. But for William and Mary, well, they're going to be elated. They're going to be over the moon. It was a great start, and I think we saw this coming, this kind of start. They started very bright in the start of the first game, and in the second game, obviously, we're seeing exactly the same. So we'll have to see if Marquette can do something coming down the other end, though. It's Promes. Can he find the ball in the middle? He can. Oh, what a save! What an absolutely fantastic save from Keylor Navas. Hugo Lloris.
Indeed, and that is going to be the difference between this one still being in W&M's favour or going all square yet again. As you say, both games, W&M coming out of the blocks fastest. However, you've got to remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Still plenty of time to go in this game.
Very true, very true. Plenty of time. You know, you've got another 80 minutes on the clock. There's only a 1-goal lead. You've got plenty of time if you mark it. You just need to, you know, obviously reset mentally, realise you've got lots of time, just no more further slip-ups, and you can definitely get back into this game. Obviously, a little bit of behind, further behind, just because of the fact they've taken the Netherlands. They're a bit of disadvantage, but we'll see if they can do anything. It's Proms again. Good interception from Lenglet, though.
Yeah, it was nice link-up play there between Gigi Wijnaldum, Bergwijn and Promes, but it just wasn't enough to lead to a goal. Now Wijndal, who you said was a little bit of a weak... Actually, no, it was Blinder, I think you said, was a little bit of a weakness out on the left-hand side. Instead, you see Wijndal stepping forward to the ball, playing it once again forwards. Promes is going to link up nicely. Depay, he's trying to find his way forward, but the striker unable to do anything this time round.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky once again. Obviously, it's going to be... the game for Marquette, sorry, is definitely going to be just breaking down this defence, trying to do it, and they might have done it here. It's Proms, and the finish is there from the Dutchman, and that is an absolutely beautiful finish to equalise it up.
3-3 on aggregate, 1-1 in this game. Absolute game-changing strike. Not having to wait till the second half to find their first goal in this leg, and yet again, a little bit of a gap just left there by the keeper.
I don't know if there was goalkeeper movement there. I couldn't really tell. I don't think there was. But either way, that was a really nice finish from Quincy Proms. Really, really nice stuff. And going to have to come straight down the other end now, William and Mary, to try and get a goal back.
Yeah, William and Mary doing well, but Martial and Mbappe running into each other. They're definitely not the striking combination that you want to see. Martial trying to find the cross in. He's going to get dispersed by Bergwijn, but it will be a throw into the French team.
It will be indeed, with just under 70 minutes left on the clock. Obviously, plenty of time for either team to get the win here. If not, we will have to go to extra time. But I have no doubt that Mbappe or Depay or someone like that will find the back of the net at some point.
I have no doubt about that either, but if they both do it, then we will head to extra time, and then it will get really, really exciting here. Remember, the last match of the night, we did see another cracker earlier on. We unfortunately missed out on our second match due to technical difficulties. We're glad to be bringing you this third one. It is the second leg in what has been a tight matchup between William and Mary and Marquette.
Very tight indeed. It's been a great game, to be fair, and I've really, really enjoyed watching it. Obviously, Garrett, aka Chef GRD, a very good introduction for William and Mary. A very good change up. They struggled to find any kind of rhythm in the winter split. Struggled to find any result at all. I think they got one win over the whole split, and I think that was due to a disqualification. So, yeah. I'm just rubbing the salt in the wounds. But here we go. There's a chance for Marquette. Great save from Lloris once again. It is going to be cleared away from the defence. Needs to be careful. We'll get it away eventually.
Yeah, the flip-flap from Depay just opened up a little bit of space there, finding the shot through, but Lloris was up to the task of keeping it out of the French net. William and Mary now breaking forwards, trying to find a goal, but again, Martial dispossessed by Wijndal as the corner flag takes a battering.
Oh, I will say the flip-flap is absolutely brilliant at opening up the defence. It's so good at finding space. Something that Neymar's really good at in particular. Really clean flip-flap and really can open it up. And like cricketers as well are really strong at doing that. Bridge moves, obviously, if you want to try and get him behind. Something he's looking to do here. Gets the ball to Paul Pogba. Can pass it back inside. It's Mbappe! Oh, has he missed? It's a save.
He's got to score those! It should have been an assist for Pogba all day, a goal from Mbappe, but it wasn't to be. Corner comes in, it's taken short. Perhaps we'll get laid back out. It's Hadbour trying to deal with Mbappe and doing a solid job of it, to be fair.
Mbappe put it on target. The goalkeeper saved it. What a save. What a save.
Well, absolutely. I think Mbappe must be wondering, much as I am, how on earth that one doesn't make the back of the net ripple. Now we see Wijnaldum breaking forward, looking towards Dumfries out on the right, playing the ball back inside Hadbour. He tries to turn inside out, but it's going to fall back at Mbappe's feet once again. Delete playing full forwards to Van Dijk. Finding the ball back out to the outside again. The chance for the Netherlands to attack.
It is indeed. I'm not even too sure who the Netherlands goalkeeper is. I think it's Sillessen.
I believe it is, yes.
And 81 rated goalkeeper, so very interesting. Hatbar, I can't quite find anything there. Straight down the other end we come for France to potentially get the lead in this game for the first time, I think.
If Mark, no, it's W&M attacking. It's Marquette who trying to get the lead for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Sorry, it's just because William and Merritt were attacking, so I got confused. But you are absolutely right, George GNC. Meanwhile, Wijnaldum brings the ball forward as Marquette do strive for that lead. They're going to have to break down this defence for a second time, however, and so far, Varane and company have been doing pretty well.
Hatboa, going to be offside there. Just needs to hold his run a little bit more. You don't really need to rush it. Obviously, Hatboa doesn't have too much pace, so he needs every step he can get, but that's going to be the half-time whistle being blown, currently at 1-1. It looks like we potentially could be going to a golden goal.
So starting to ask questions now. We speak of how W&M come out fastest out of the blocks. They had the 2-0 lead at the beginning of the first game. They found the first goal here. This time, the Netherlands able to peg back before the half-time whistle. This gives them now 45 minutes to try and find themselves a lead, something that, as you say quite correctly, they have not done through this entire time.
Yes, it's one of those ones. It's just been so difficult. They've always been on the back foot, whether it be dodgy shots or last ditch tackles or AI defending. I feel like if it was on a different day, Marquette would probably be in the lead. But William and Mary have played really, really well going forward and defensively, so I can't really take too much away from them, apart from the fact that obviously the goalkeeper movement mistakes, had they not have happened, they would have been winning 3-1, maybe even 3-0. I wasn't sure if the goal in this game was through goalkeeper movement, but here we go, getting underway in the second half. Who is going to take this tie? Who is going to take the point or points in the table? Will it be William and Mary or will it be Marquette University?
Well, so far it's Marquette who are coming out, trying to find their way through, but yet again stopped by the French defence. You talked there of the keeper movement, and I've got to say that William Mary must be a little aggrieved with a bit of keeper movement from that incredible save from Schillerson in the last half. He's going to have to do the same again for Marquette. Potential penalty, however, instead it is just going to be given as a corner.
Handballs aren't on, Stan. Handballs are not on this time. No, handballs aren't on in online games.
I did not realise that.
Yes, it's a setting you have to turn on.
What? Okay. Well, that's fair enough. In this case, then, go pick the ball up. Go full rugby on them. That's how the game was invented, after all. Memphis Depay breaking down the right-hand side. Ooh. He's just able to be dispossessed by Kante, who finds Coman, who in turn will attempt to attack, but Gigi Wijnaldum steps up very nicely, finds Quincy, and he's going to look to find a little knockback off his own shin. Unable to find the ball past defender. However, it's still the Netherlands with possession.
It is indeed. Can Depay find something? He's the main man in this lineup. And here comes Proms. Can't quite get the shot off. It will be blocked in the end. And this game's starting to come down to the neck end of this game, the tail end. And I don't know which way it's going to go. I'm quite nervous, to be honest. Pass in the middle for Kante, and Mbappe's waiting in the middle. Can he find the pass back? No, he cannot. It's blocked by Delict once again.
Clock ticks and all ever closer to the 60-minute mark as we break into the final third of the final leg of this game. Defensive play coming through from W&M there. We've seen a few defensive and goalkeeper errors with placement of these passes early, so they've got to be careful. However, they've managed to retain possession long enough to try and find it into the opposition half. Now it's down to the Netherlands to defend with all of their heart. It's going to be Marshall coming in behind, cutting the defender left, right. There comes Schillerson right where he is needed at the feet of Marshall.
It's just, it's always the last pass, isn't it? It could have just passed across goal. It would have been the goal, but I'm not going to be a backseat gamer. I'm not going to tell him what he did and didn't wrong, what he shouldn't done. It is just an unlucky chance. Well played by the goalkeeper. Now straight down the other end come Marquette University. He's going to take the long shot, sting in the hands of Lloris, but he will catch it with both hands fairly easily and try and send William and Mary on the counter-attack. And Mbappe should have... Ooh, what a touch from Van Dijk. What an interception.
Croatia, of course, has queued up now, looking to make some changes, whether they be tactical or man changes here. Or we will see exactly what happens next time the ball goes out of play, but that's not going to happen just yet. Here comes Croatia himself, bursting forward, trying to make the most of the energy left in some of these players' legs before perhaps substituting them off. Instead, the break will come through. It's going to be France, perhaps with the last opportunity to attack before these subs come in.
Yeah, it's the last chance. 23 minutes to go. Not long at all before we hit the extra time, and it doesn't look like either one of these teams is going to break the deadlock in this half. Honestly, they're both, some of the chances have just been last-ditch efforts. Some of them have just been broken down in the midfield area. Maybe a chance now, though, as Griezmann looks to make a run in behind. Does manage to find Martial. He's got the better of Van Dijk. Can he find the shot on goal, though? He does, and it's in off the post. And it's going to be William and Mary taking the game. They're taking the lead. Can they take the game with just 20 minutes to go?
Quite possibly. So long without a goal in this time. What a crucial one that is. That pause has been queued up by Croatia for so long, unable to make the changes before it mattered most, with the Manchester United striker belting the ball past Chillison, and that is such an absolute body blow to Marquette.
Oh, it is. It is. That's one of those punches in the last round that just knocks you down, and you're looking at it and you're going, oh, I can't get up. But if you're Marquette, you've got to get up. You've got to try and fight. You've only got a little bit of time left, but you can do it. You have got time. The question is, can any changes come through to help them do that? There are obviously, there are changes that you can make on either side. France and Netherlands, they both have decent super subs. Can they find anything within their, the last few cards? Do they have anything left?
To borrow your boxing analogy there, the referee has just taken Marquette to a count of 8 as they stagger wounded up to their feet, leaning on the ropes. You can see the goal here, which has made all the difference. It was a cracking strike from Anthony. Now the game resumes. Changes have been made and more attacking formation has been put forward by the Netherlands as they push to equalise here. Marquette trying to make it 2-2 for the second game in a row.
Ooh, it could definitely well happen. William and Mary taking the lead again. Could it be 2-2? Can it be a direct replica of the previous game? Obviously, the timing of the goals are a little bit different. But can it be? Can it be? Depay with the shot blocked once again by the ever-resilient French defence. They're just so difficult to get past. And here they come down the other end. Can they find anything? Can they get that last goal? If they get another one, surely it is game over.
We talk about those differences between PSG and France, and really what you get from this French team is that almighty back and left and right back, and as a result it's Marquette who once again find themselves on the back foot, trying to play the ball out of their own half, needing to break down that defence which has been so strong for the last 50 minutes of game time.
Oh, that's a really good run from Promes. He's played him straight through on goal. Can he find anything from it?
He's 3 versus 1. He's got men arriving now. He tries to go inside out, but it's not going to work. Dispossession comes through, and once again, William and Mary break.
That was such a good ball to Promes. Couldn't quite do anything with it, but he's just going to run it down the wing. Maybe could look to waste the time. It's up to him what he's going to do. He's probably going to left stick dribble. Good touch from Griezmann. Can't quite get the better defender, but he has this time. Gives it to Kingsley Coman. Can he find the finish? No!
Oh,
wide of the post.
Working the ball into the box, this time not rippling the side netting, instead driving it out for a goal kick. Depay, who's looking absolutely knackered at the minute, is going to be left on. Van der Beek being pushed slightly further forward. We see Babel of all people being thrown onto the left wing.
Ryan Babel, when he was at Liverpool, he was going to be, the next big thing.
I mean, I think he got a Champions League win under his belt there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He did indeed.
I think was that the classic Istanbul final?
I think yes, it was. Yeah.
Is it still the same Babel?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%. He either got that or he got a European Cup. I can't remember. It was that or the Europa League, but. Either way, I'm sure there's a meme circling somewhere online of, Ryan Babel having more Champions League medals than a Man City player or something like that. But either way, straight down the other end. Here we go. Do Marquette have what it takes to get one final goal? Not this time.
Yeah, Proms again unable to take it back. The French defence have been so strong in this half, and they broke once again. William and Mary trying to find the win, trying to just reinforce this victory for themselves. Playing the ball inside, Chillison comes out just in the nick of time to pinch the ball away from the feet of the on striker, but then the ball is played back out. Again, defensive errors are the order of the day. Everyone trying to mimic Alisson. If it is not a play you want to be making, FIFA players.
Oh dear. You can't just leave it, can you? But either way, the dying embers of this game. Bergwijn whips it in. Can he find the header? No. Cleared away. And this looks like it might be the last touch of the game. It's going to tick over. Is the referee going to blow the whistle? He's going to let the play go through. It's Martial running forward. Can he find anyone in the middle? Or is he going to take the shot? It's Martial to seal the deal. No, he has choked it.
Will still, however, be the scorer of the winning goal as we see William and Mary taking the aggregate win 4-3 against Marquette.
Wow, wow, wow. What an absolute killer of a game. That was so good. I'm so... well, I'm proud. I'm proud of William and Mary. They've done really, really well.
I thought you would be.
I am really proud of them. They've done really, really well to take the win, and they'll move up in the standards. They'll get themselves another win, and yeah, they clutched up in the end. At the end of the day, there was a lot of chances that could have gone the other way. There were a lot of chances that could have gone Marquette's way. They had a lot of shots in the first game, but resilient as always. I'm pretty sure that's something that William and Mary pride themselves on. They're very prideful, that bunch. But either way, fantastic games. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring the second game of the evening. I'm sure that would have been fantastic as well. But what a way to seal it out with a William and Mary win over Marquette University. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. EGFC Season 2. It's been week 2, or what is it now? Week 10 or something like that in total. In the but week 2 in the spring split. Hopefully you did enjoy it. My name has been George GNC. You can follow me at _ or you can follow me at George Overton _ down there. Anything you want to plug, Stan, before we chuck it away?
No, great to be on here with you again. Really enjoyed it. Thanks to the university for providing such great entertainment. Thanks to everybody who's been watching. Go drop me a like on Twitter. It's actually a surprisingly large amount to me. And I will hopefully see you next week.
Yeah, make sure to follow Stan at Greyheart99. You can see it under his beautiful face. But either way, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll have a lovely rest of your day. And we will catch you next week for some more FIFA action.